Thank you for the I'm very rich, Heidi. I I got invited to the Make Black History event in LA, but not playlist. I didn't get invited to playlist. I just showed up. Thank you for the concert. I didn't get invited to playlist. There was a lot of big creators that didn't get invited to playlist. I'll be here for VidCon though, for sure. Yeah, I'm a little late to put in the request to be a feature creator, but I'm going to. I mean, I put a request anyways in, but hopefully, hopefully, hopefully when I get there, they'll realize that like having Rascal just like always be on the floor instead of like where creators hang out and stuff will be a safety hazard. Hello, Steven. Thank you. Oh, it's Steven. What's up, broski? Abracadabra. It's just playlist was weird because there were a lot of creators there that like weren't invited, so they decided to come to hang out with their friends. You know, because it was so big. Like everybody and their mama was in town, so of course everybody wanted to be here, and there were a lot of creators that weren't invited that showed up, and like there's just like I'm all about like being humble and all that, and like yeah, you have a lot of followers and yeah, but like there's just some creators that like are like iconic to TikTok, and they just have, there's just things that should go without saying. Like Caleb Finn walked up to get his wristband for like to get into the TikTok lounge, and they made it like a whole big deal. Like they were like, oh well, where's your credentials? Where's your invite? And I'm like, you know who that is? This is Caleb Finn. Like, look at his face. That's his credentials. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his credentials. Thank you for the TikToks. Thank you. Thank you for all the gifts, guys. Thank you, guys. What's your ethnicity? I'm Puerto Rican. How is Tiny God doing? Yeah, because I bet you if James Charles walked in, he just walked by everybody because there's like a whole stampede behind them, you know? I mean, no hate to James Charles, like, much deserved, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like the treatment to certain to TikTok creators wasn't prepared well. Wait, I was supposed to. Oh, it's Margot. Hello, Fair Hope Herps, or right. I'm just gonna call you Riley because that sounds weird. Um, it's the Margot lady. Hello, her name is Margot. How are you, Riley? You should have been at playlist. I wish you could have brought Margot. Hello, Taylor Mitch. Uh, how was playlist? It was pretty good. No, and it's like weird because they had a creator lounge at playlist, right? They had a creator lounge, and then they're like, you had like Sid, Benji, Abby, all them, and we're all trying to like get into the creator. We were all gonna go walk into the creator lounge, you know, and like Abby and Jorge and Benji, they were all featured creators. I understand that, but like you see us all laughing and hanging out while walking towards the creator lounge, and then security stops us and it's like, who are you guys? And it's like, well, we're with them. And it's like, well, you're not you're not creators. And it's like where's your credentials? I'm like, look at my face. You know what I'm saying? Like Sid wasn't. This security guard literally grabbed Sid by the backpack and pulled him back, and I was like, don't you dare put your hands on Sid. I'll be in Ohio in 2 weeks and wasn't able to meet you. Playlist sounds like a whole mess. It was a whole mess. It was just badly organized in terms of their treatment towards like the TikTok. Because I know it was TikTok's first year at playlist, but they should have prepared better. Like I understand there's YouTube and all that, but YouTube is not what's trending right now. It's TikTok. And they should have had better preparation for TikTok creators. There's no reason why Caleb Finn and Noen should have trouble getting into the TikTok lounge and have to get like cuz to get your TikTok lounge verification band, whatever, the wristband, you had to go all the way downstairs, get the band, get registered, get the band, and then travel all the way back up to the second floor. No, sorry. Yeah, the second floor to go to the TikTok lounge. And that creates a safety hazard for people like Noah and Caleb Finn who can barely walk around without being mobbed like a goddamn boy band. And between Caleb Finn, Noah, Ben Crow, Sid, me, and who else? Abby and all them, we're all getting like swarmed. and we have to do this back and forth thing to try and get our TikTok, and it's like that's unnecessary. If you see us walking up to the TikTok lounge with a stampede of of people behind us trying to mob us for our pictures, that's our credentials. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want credentials? Ask all of them what our credentials are. It's just shame. I want to go to the next playlist. Yeah. Bro, I really like the round sunnies you wear. Thank you. Yeah, it's a security hazard. And then security's like yelling at us like, "Oh, we need to move because we're blocking an active hallway." It's like we were trying to move. We were trying to get into the TikTok lounge because we are creators. And you stopped us, and now we have nowhere to go because we are surrounded by our combined weight of 10 million followers trying to take our pictures. You know what I'm saying? You're my crush. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts, guys. I just hope that VidCon has better uh, treatment for creators. You know, like I hope they have like a creator registration table or something. You know, where I can just like go up to where I can go up to them and be like, "Hey, I'm a creator. I'm possibly going to be a safety hazard, and I need access to, I need access to either the creator lounge or some kind of a room where I can just relax and exist. Here's here's my page. You know what I'm saying? Hello, hello, everybody. Were you still gonna sell those pins? Yes, I'm gonna sell those pins at some point. As far as the crowd, how's playlist compared to Katsukan? Not gonna lie, I enjoyed Katsukan better. There was just it was there was better access to everything. I wasn't like I don't know. I liked the TikTok lounge and all that, but I just didn't like the disorganization at playlists. Katsukan was great. Um, However, I wasn't able to move around much at Katsukan because there's not like a separate lounge or anything. So like at Katsucon, I was like, no pictures, no pictures, leave me alone. Hey man, Mo and I just got to Georgia. So tired. I'm glad you guys made it back. What's up, Kim Foes? Silly Cabrina, how are you? How are you guys? Budski, how are you, boss man? However, one of the craziest things I saw, I don't understand why uh like the big TikTok creators, like the huge ones, like say Addison Ray or Chase or people like that, um why there wasn't security for them. They kind of just had to like swim through these mobs of fans, and it was very hard for them to move around. Like at some point, I think, who was it? Little Huddy? I think he ran to the Starbucks with an absolute mob. Like I'm talking about Stampede, World War Z tier mob horde behind him, and he jumped behind like the coffee counter, and it was like nuts. And it's like in my brain I'm thinking, do you know how many small children are at this event, and you're letting these creators walk have to run or walk around and create these stampedes, and all these kids are going to get hurt. All these kids are going to get trampled. Some little kid gets separated from his mom, cuz there's little tiny ones. There are little ones at this event. Because they're just a fan or something, or it's like somebody's little sister or something. And some little kid gets separated from his mom at during these stampedes. He's going to get trampled. You know what I'm saying? And like crotch goblins are gonna be crotch goblins. Like I understand they're TikTok famous, but why are you chasing this person? You know what I'm saying? Like just take the picture. There's no reason for you to be like creating these safety hazards for a little huddy. You know what I'm saying? Do you do you want to see what Zarbra had to do? Let me show you what let me show you what Zarbra had to do to be able to move through the crowd. Where's Troy? There's Troy. Look at what Zarbra had to do to be able to move through the crowd. Look, this dude had to disguise himself with a hat, a scrunched up hoodie, zipped all the way up, and sunglasses to just be able to move around without getting massacred. But that's the beauty of the design of Rascal and Dismal, is that when I take off Rascal, I can enjoy the event as just myself. With like maybe like a handful of people coming up to me for pictures. But other than that, as soon as I took off Rascal for Sunday, I was just cruising. I literally was like, oh, nobody knows who I am. Thank you for that. I'm very rich. I would have fanboyed just so hard. It's funny because it's weird. Cause Zarbra was like, well, what did he say? I remember walking up to him, I'm like, bro, you are incognito as fuck right now. He's like, yeah, your incognito kind of reverse though. You put on a disguise and you're more famous. And I'm like, you right, you right. Oh, it was funny because the McFarlane's dad, he so he met Rascal and he's like, I love your content, bro. I love your content. Your content. You're awesome. We watch your stuff, and and then I took off Rascal for Sunday, and I saw him again, and I went to go say, hey man, how are you? And the McFarlane's dad was like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm the demon guy, and he's like, oh my god, it's so nice to see you again. Thank you guys for the donations. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you. I had to on Sunday. I had to reintroduce myself to people. It was so funny whenever when I took off Rascal, I had to reintroduce myself to people, and it was so funny. There was one point where I went up to someone. I was like, hey, I went to go shake their hand. And I was like, hey, nice to see ya. And they were like, hi, they would say their name. I'm like, we met yesterday, and they were like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, yeah. You know what? You're essentially the boy version of Hannah Montana. You're right. I'm like, Rascal is like Hannah Montana. Holy shit. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my god, I'm Hannah Montana. I'm Demon Hannah Montana. Oh. See ya, Kim Foes. Get some sleep. Hello, Bixie Button. How are you? I have to make a status about this on Facebook. No, you can't have my Facebook. It's only for my friends. What I don't understand is why you only want to be friends with other popular creators. I do not only want to be friends with popular creators. What are you talking about? Do you know how many people from TikTok that I'm actually friends with? That I actually hang out with? I go out and have a beer and stuff. No, you don't, because you don't know my life. You're not in my messages. You don't know who I talk to. So don't assume that just because I post pictures with other popular creators it means that I only hang out with popular creators. Don't ever assume that you know anything about my life. Will you be a VidCon? Yes, I will. Hello, hello. I thought you were a great person, but you look at what? You look at. I thought you were a great person, but you look at. What were you gonna say? Like on IG, when someone asks you, "Hey, can we be friends?" you always say no. Here, let me be a random stranger and message you. Just act like you don't know me. Act like you don't know me, all right? All right, for 1 second, for 1 minute, you don't know me. We're just going to imagine that. And I'm going to come up into your DMs and I'm going to be like, "Hey, can we be friends? I don't know you. I don't know where you're from. I don't know your age. I don't even know what you actually look like in real life. But can we be friends?" And let me know what's the first thought that goes through your head. Hello, Luna. How are you? How are you? Hope you're doing all right. Also, hey, what happened? Bored. Oh, oh, nice. Some people have no idea how making friends work. You're right. Also, I also follow the idea that, like, surround yourself with the people that you want to, that, that will m- be productive for your life. You surround yourself with the people you want to be. You know, the type of people you want to be. You surround yourself. If you surround yourself with just people who work 9 to 5s, don't do anything creative, and just drink beer and play sports, it's not going to stimulate you. So I surround myself with people of the same mind, creators, and it doesn't even have to be big creators. I have lots of friends that have staggeringly less followers than I do, and I'm friends with them. I'll go grab a beer with them. I'll go hang out with them. I'll go to their house. It's not about the numbers. It's just, am I able to be friends with them in person? Thank you for the TikToks. It's not like I make friends by being like, "Hello, my name's Infernumasylum. How many followers do you have? Oh, you only have 100K. I don't want to be friends with you anymore." It's not. That's not how I approach things. I'm just like, "Hey, I'm Ian. What do you do? Oh, that's cool. Would you like to grab a beer or a drink? Let's get to know each other. Awesome. We get along. Let's hang out some other time. Cool." That's it. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for your. And also, when you're at a level where I'm not even talking about myself because I'm not even verified, but like, say like Noan or Caleb or people like that, they have to be careful of who they make friends with, because people are always gonna try to just be friends with you because of the clout, or because you'll get them into somewhere for free, or you'll introduce them to other other big creators, and they actually have no interest in you at all, but they're just using you to get to another specific creator. And those are the things that you have to be careful with. You have to be careful with that too. I luckily am a terrible texter and the driest texter. I'm like the driest. I'm talking about Sahara dry texter. And only people who really want to be friends with me will tolerate my texting. And that's like my natural perk. It's like my perk. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean by dry texter? I'm talking about like I don't use emojis. I I like rarely use emojis. The only emoji I ever use is like Rascal's emoji or like Rascal or Dismal's emoji, or it's like super rare. And I also like text mostly like 3 words and use GIFs. I use GIFs a lot. Yeah, I'm like dry texting. So like that's how I know whoever actually really wants to hang out with me and stuff means it, because like